One of the happiest times of the year here on 3+You is when we have a chance to highlight the many nonprofits in our area, and certainly this time of year, the whole country is looking to Giving Tuesday coming up, a chance when you can give to those many nonprofits that we have in the area, doing good each and every day. One of those, a frequent flyer here on 3+You, is the Adult and Teen Challenge of the Mid-South. David McNabb, a very familiar face to many of you who've seen him here on a regular basis. Anthony Harris might not be as familiar of a face, but his story is what they love to share. He's now a volunteer, but more importantly, a graduate of the program. So good to see you both.
Thank you, Jeff.
David, I'm going to start with you a little bit because you have been the one who people see on a regular basis. You do what you do because you believe in it so much.
Absolutely, Julie. We certainly do. We believe that it doesn't matter where somebody's come from. It doesn't matter what their background is. As long as they believe that there is hope on the other side of whatever they're going through, we believe that a relationship with Jesus Christ can set them free. And that's what we've been doing here at Teen Challenge for about 44 years now. It's we're doing the same thing, not messing with the formula.
Well, and I didn't set it up because I know you so well. What you're setting people free from are addictions, and what separates you, and I think, Anthony, you can speak to this better than anybody from other programs, is that you, the person going through the program, has to want to do it. Your family and friends can't really be the ones to get you there. You have to reach that point to say, I've had enough.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's not until we hit that point of complete surrender and that point of complete desperation that we're able to be worked on and worked with. Scripture says that he will exalt those who humble themselves, and it's in those times when we become humble that we cry out to God, and God's able to work and move. And the ministry of Adult and Teen Challenge of Mid-South does exactly that. They take people who are in that place, and they introduce the principles of Christ, and they give them an opportunity to practice them, so eventually they can end up living and walking in the promises of Christ, which comes with freedom, purpose, power, passion, and pursuit. So.
I think what is so striking to me, and I'm awed by it every time I talk to someone like you, Anthony, who's gone through the program, is in the beginning I used to think I should feel a little bit awkward maybe about how honest you would want to be. But people like you are so proud of what you've accomplished, and you want to share that with other people. You don't mind sharing your stories.
Absolutely not. I mean, again, Scripture says that the enemy, our adversary, was overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. A lot of times our story just takes more root and means more to other people than actual scriptures themselves. And my story is much like that. I come from a Christian background. I was raised in a Christian home. However, I wasn't really discipled, and I wasn't living a lifestyle that reflected that. I struggled with addiction for about 10 years. Started out small, but over the years it escalated into other things. and the lifestyle that I was living eventually led me to sitting in a prison cell. And it was at that time that, when I was facing a very extensive sentence, that, I cried out to God. I had no hope in life. I was completely desperate. And every decision that I made, then I've wrecked every relationship that I'd had, every job that I had, and to the point where I just had no value of life. My parents couldn't allow me to come to the house anymore. They changed the locks on the doors. I'd go out in town in public, and you could just get those looks. And when you lose value of life, it reflects in everything that you do, say, and act. But God used the judiciary system in that point of desperation to open up a door for me to go to Adult and Teen Challenge. They allowed me, due to the reputation that Adult and Teen Challenge has, they allowed me to go serve some of my sentence at the ministry, because they didn't want me to just become another inmate. They wanted me to be able to have an opportunity to be rehabilitated. And at the time, Adult and Teen Challenge was the only place that would take me.
Let me let you stop right there just a second, because I only have a minute and a half or so left, and I want to let David chime in, because the truth is we could talk to Anthony for the whole hour. And the truth is, you have lots of Anthony's. And that's why you wanted his message to be heard today, because these dollars that will come your way on Giving Tuesday are used for this kind of good.
Julie, that's right. And, this is the time of the year when people are thinking about, they're reaching out to folks that are less fortunate and so forth. They think about the person on the street. They think about the child that maybe their family is broken, and there's people that are cold. That's what we do. But when Anthony's got a beautiful daughter. He's got, he came here with an attitude of saying, I can't do this anymore. My life has got to look different. I've got to be able to be a father to this little girl. I've got to be a son to that mom and dad has invested so much in me. And so when you give to Adult and Teen Challenge on Giving Tuesday, you're helping those that are from prison. You're helping the homeless. You're helping the children that are wanting their parents back. And so when I think about the work that we do here and what is usually the focus of this time of year, Julie, it's all right here on our campus with the men and women that are struggling. Now, some might say, well, they're there by their own choices. Well, listen, if you know anything about addiction, if anybody's ever struggled with addiction or knows somebody that has, there's nothing like wants to turn loose worse than addiction does. It just doesn't want to let you go. And so we're just so blessed to have people like Anthony that have come through our program to be a part of our family, and we're so proud of him and the stories that come out, because that's what God does.
Well, let me share with people then the information where if they do feel compelled to give, this is how you do it. You go to givingtuesday.tcmidsouth.org. You can also visit their Facebook page as well. They'll have a link there. It's Giving Tuesday. Aren't we blessed to have so many ways to do it? We're back after this.